Okay, guys, good morning. And today we are going to start off by picking up where we left off yesterday, where we were going to discuss, or I'm going to introduce to you guys your project for term four, which is going to be due on June 17th, sorry. And if you want to bring it physically to school on June 20th, it's fine. Your project is all going to be electronic. It's going to be a PowerPoint presentation. So you are going to be required to send it via SMS, okay, or you can send it to me through email, okay. So you do not have to go through the trouble of bringing it physically to school. Okay, so let me go over your project right now. As we stated earlier, we ended our term by reading An Encounter with Martin Luther King by Maya Angelou, and where she told us about how great of a hero Martin Luther King Jr. was while fighting for freedom and for his First Amendment. Okay, and if we guys look at the First Amendment, all right, let me do that with you right now. If you search the First Amendment in the Constitution, it's going to say, all right, that we have the freedom of religion. Okay, we have the freedom of speech. Okay, so as long as we are not really causing any damage to anyone, or of course, hurting anyone, we have the freedom of speech. Okay. We also have the freedom of press, okay, which is basically media and journalism and so on. Okay, and we also have the freedom to assemble, all right, if you want to peacefully, all right. And an assemble means to gather in demonstrations or in peaceful protesting. Okay, you're allowed to do that, all right. If you are going to, for example, gather in defense of fighting for better working conditions or fighting for your rights peacefully, it is fine, okay, as Martin Luther King Jr. did. Okay, and basically this is your freedoms. This is the First Amendment freedoms, and they are very important to the Constitution. Now your project is each individual, all right, or each person. I'm going to actually write it here. We're going to write it together, and you guys are going to work in partners, and each partner is going to receive a hero, okay, which could include possibly Martin Luther King Jr., and he is one of them. All right, and you're going to create a PowerPoint presentation conducting research on the person or the hero, as I would like to call them, that I will present to you today. Okay, so your presentation entirely is going to consist of 7 slides. Okay, you can also have pictures. Okay, you are actually obligated to have at least 3 pictures in your slide. If you want to place the pictures on separate slides, that is fine. Okay, that is no problem. As long as your 7 slides of information are not altered or changed. You need to conduct a spell check, okay, to make sure that you have the correct spelling. And of course, grammatical mistakes are to be eliminated, and punctuation and so on. All right, so the first slide is going to contain your cover page. Okay, it's going to contain the name of the First Amendment hero that you are going to research, and also you're going to mention your name, okay, your name along with your partner's name. Okay, so it's going to be your names, okay, as we are working in partners. Slide number 2 is going to tell me more about the person. Okay, you're going to answer questions of who is that person, what did that person accomplish, where is that person from, when was that person born, or when did he or she accomplish her successful achievements, and why was that person fighting, okay, or why is that person important in history. Okay, so you're going to answer these following questions in this slide. Okay, as long as the information, and I'm going to mention that later, your information has to be paraphrased and summarized into your own words. And I'm going to get into plagiarism in 1 second. Okay, slide number 3 is basically an extra slide for any information that you read and you find interesting, that you also want to include about your First Amendment hero. Okay, so if you have any extra information that you want to present, you might present it on the third slide. Please save your questions for the end of the end, and I will gather all of them after I finish going through all the slides. Okay, so slide number 3 is going to be again any additional information that you want to mention about your hero that you read and found interesting that you want to include. You may do so in slide number 2. In slide number 3, the title is going to be what else? Okay. Sorry, this was slide number 3 that we already discussed. Any additional information, okay, about your First Amendment hero. Slide number 4 is going to explain what did your First Amendment hero do. Okay. Again, you're going to connect them to the First Amendment that we just read. Did he or she fight for freedom of speech? Did he or she fight for freedom for religion? Freedom of assembly is freedom of press. Okay, if we're looking at Martin Luther King, he looked for freedom of equality. Okay, to be treated equally among African Americans, to gain equality, freedom of basically employment, voting, being treated with equality among as the white citizens of Africa of America. Okay, so you're gonna tell me which right was he fighting for? Okay, so that would be very clear to understand if you conducted the research on your hero. Slide number 5 focuses on was this person unpopular? And if you look at the word unpopular and we look up this at the synonym, means that this person was disliked. Okay, of course, here this is going to be a very important question. Okay, it's going to be a very important question to answer because it's going to answer you're basically going to conduct research to find out how was this person, how was your hero thought of by the public. Okay, of course we're gonna have some people that disliked your hero. Okay, if we think about Martin Luther King, there was one police officer that he mentions was which was Bull. Okay, and we mentioned that he was one of the police officers that basically was arresting, okay, or using violence with the peaceful protesters of African American protesters and so on. Okay, he was basically he took out these dogs, okay, to attack them. He also pulled out, he used to fire at them with strong water pressure from water hoses. Okay, so here we see that any hero who's going to fight for their rights, they're going to have people that would support them and people that were against them. So it's fine if you want to mention how was your hero disliked, or who disliked your hero, or who was fighting against them. Okay, and did this hero do something that was unpopular? All right, and how did the people react to him or her? Okay, you can also mention the supporters, okay, or positive things that your hero conducted and the support that he or she receives. Okay, all right. Number slide number 6. Finally, did the people agree? All right. Did the person's views come to be shared by a large number of Americans? This is definitely important because here, as your hero fights for their rights, not everyone again is supportive. However, at the end, in the conclusion, after the big fight, did your hero gain support by the public? Who were their supporters? Okay, and how did people react to them? All right. Number 7, did this person change? Okay. Do you think that by exercising his or her First Amendment rights, did it cause this person to change? In what ways? Okay. So again, did that person, if a person was fighting for education, were they able to finally receive a good quality education? If Martin Luther King was looking for civil rights to be passed, did things change? Yes, it did. In 1964, we saw that the Civil Rights Act was passed that granted African Americans freedom. Okay, so did things change for them? Yes, it did. Okay, so this is your job to explain how did things or things change, maybe for your hero, but for also the people that your hero is fighting for. Okay, so these are your 7 slides. This is how you're going to break them down. Again, a big message here is that copy and paste will not be allowed. If I see that you guys, and I'm going to be looking at these PowerPoints individually, okay, if I see that you and your partner are copy and pasting information from the internet directly onto the slides, that is going to be equivalent to what we call plagiarism. And plagiarism is taking information that's not yours, okay, it's not stated in your own words, and using it
Yes,
or
and writing it down as your own.
Yes, that's correct, Ahmad. Thank you so much. Okay, and taking credit for it, or acting or pretending that it's yours. Okay, so you cannot do that. Okay, so if you see information on the internet that you find interesting, your job is to read it, and you are going to summarize it or
In our
paraphrase
own
it.
write it in our own.
That's correct, Ahmed. You're going to write them in your own words. That's correct. Absolutely. All right. Your grades are going to be broken down as follows. Okay. For the three pictures that you guys are going to have, 5 points. Okay. The three pictures could be any pictures of your choice. You can choose pictures that go with the slide that you're presenting. Okay, your information has to be correctly presented on each slide. Each slide should have a title. Okay, you should be creative. Okay, if you want to decorate, if you want to, with your information, you can make your presentation interesting and very intriguing. Okay, spelling has to be correct. The correct number of slides is important. If you want to add additional slides for pictures, that's acceptable. Okay, your information has to be clear and loud. Okay, after reading it, I should not have any confusing questions. It should be also to show me how this hero was an actual hero. Okay, Ibrahim, you had your hand raised for a question. Do you want to ask it, Ibrahim?
Yes, I just wanted to ask the characters, like we will choose what we want to write about, or
I will be now distributing a hero to each partner, to a group of people.
okay.
So I'm going to utilize this page right here. Okay, and you guys, I'm sharing the screen with you right now. Okay, right here, if we look together, I'm going to basically type the group number members, and I'm going to present you with a First Amendment hero. Okay, is that clear, Ibrahim?
Yes, thank you, Miss.
Great. Okay, what the please, hun?
Yes, miss. I was just gonna ask if we were gonna choose a hero of our own, or we will be given a hero already.
Okay, so it's the same question that Ibrahim had, yes, and yes, I will be presenting. I'll be presenting you guys with your own heroes to work on. Okay, all right. So first, let me just type with you. Okay, I'm going to here. Let's start distributing. Okay, so the first group members that we have here we have Mariam and Rahma together. Okay, if I have Mariam and Rahma, please raise your hands. Okay, Rahma, you're here. Rahma. Okay, so today for June 7th, Rahma and Mariam are both absent.
Miss, I'm here.
Okay, honey. When I call your name, I expect you to please answer. Okay?
Miss, do we choose our own طبعا partners, or you choose
What do you see me doing right now, Geser, on the screen? Okay, so Mariam and Rahma, you guys are your partners. I'm choosing the partners as we go. Okay, and I'm also taking attendance. So Mariam, your Rahma, your group member, your partner Mariam is not in today's session. So your job is to relay on the message to her that you guys are partners, and your hero that you're doing for research is Rosa Parks. Okay. All right. We have Mark and Yasser. Rahma, did you hear me?
Yes, Miss, I can hear you.
Okay, did you see that your partner, that your First Amendment hero is Rosa Parks?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, for Mark and Yasser, are you guys here?
Yes. Thank you very much,
Mark?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Mark, Yasser is here?
All right. Next, we have words
Yasser?
often confused.
Okay, Yasser
Hold
is
on
here,
one
but he's
second.
not responding, so I'm going to mark him absent.
Wait 1 second.
Okay. All right, so here, Mark and Yasser, you guys have Maya Lynn. Okay, this is your First Amendment hero that you guys are going to be required to research. Okay, the next partners that we have here will be, I'm going to have Abdurrahman.
Page 329. Words often confused. In each of the following sentences, underline the word in parentheses that
And Abdurrahman, you're going to work with Yusuf.
completes the sentence. Please don't get these words confused with spelling. These are
Okay, Abdurrahman,
usage
great.
words,
Thank you so much for
okay?
raising your hands. Yusuf, are you here?
All right, Omar Hagai, do the
Yes.
second, please.
Okay, great. All right, great. And your hero is going to be Harriet Tubman.
Okay, what is that second word?
Okay, this is your First Amendment hero that you're going to be researching. Okay, the next group that we have here will be Ward. And you're going to work with Gesser. And Ward, I heard you, and Gesser is also here. You guys will have Nelson Mandela.
Which one, Omar? No, it's actually the first. Let me explain
Okay,
why.
so let's here just go over.
Has to do with you.
So far, Mariam and Rahma, Mark and Yasser,
Has to do
Abdurrahman
with
and
the
Yusuf,
office,
Ward and Gesser.
that employs
Okay, the
people
next
to
group
work.
we have here will be Cecilia.
Okay, number 4.
Is going to be working with Tala. Tala, are you here, hon?
Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Great. Cecilia isn't. All right, so please notify Cecilia that she is your partner. Okay. And you guys have Eleanor Roosevelt.
The first one? No, it's the first one. Morale is if your football team feels really bad.
Okay, the next group here
because
we
you
have
lost the
Kareem.
last 2 games. So everybody feels really down.
You're going to be working with
So
Muhammad
you
Walid.
enter with the team and you start telling jokes and all to boost their morale, make them feel better.
Okay, great. Thank you, Kareem, for raising your hands.
Moral
Muhammad Walida is here also, I
things
believe.
like manners, good manners,
Yes, I'm here.
respect, things like that.
Great.
Okay? Number 7.
And you guys will have Sequoia.
Yes.
Okay, Judy and Aidil. Are you guys here? Okay, the twins are going to be together. They're absent. And they will have
We should answer to number 10 on
Bridget Morgans.
no. Ladies, okay.
Okay, the next here we'll have Noura and Genna.
Oh, okay.
Ladies, are you guys here?
The first one means something rough.
Yes.
Okay, Noura, I don't know if Genna's here to, let me see.
It's like a course.
Okay, Genna's
okay?
absent.
A class.
So,
But here,
please let her know,
You have to read it carefully.
Noura,
Listen
that
to
you
me.
attended today's session and that you
their
guys are
use
partners.
of
Okay?
coarse language during the
Thank you.
formal dinner made a poor impression.
You guys have
They
Ida
used
B. Wells.
bad, rough language.
Next group here we have Zina.
So be very careful.
And Zina, you are going to be working with Marwa.
All right, exercise B. No one raised their hands, so I will
And
call
Zina and
on
Marwa together,
Sub.
you guys will have a great young lady. Okay, she's she's amazing. I personally am very fascinated by her. She's one of my favorite ones, honestly, which is Malala. Okay, her name is Malala. She made her own book. Okay, she's a great one. Thank you, Marwa, for raising your hand. Zina, you're also here with me, hon?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, great. Okay, so you guys have Malala Yousafzai, all right? And she is, again, one of the amazing ones. You guys are going to really enjoy researching her. Okay, the next group here is Ruqayya and Jumana, all right? And Ruqayya and Jumana, you guys are going to be working together. Ruqayya is here. Okay, Ruqayya, you're here, honey, but Jumana, your partner, isn't. Okay, so you're going to relay on the message to her that you guys are partners and you're working together. Okay, Ruqayya?
Okay.
No, one looks different to
You
you.
guys will have Nancy Cunard.
Right. What's the word in this sentence that kind of stands out for you?
Okay, so far we have Adam Wasson is left.
Now,
Adam Wasson, you're going to work with Ahmed.
yes, go ahead. Yes.
Who did not get a partner yet? I know
Me.
that we have Adam and Fahna's left. Anybody else?
All right, 13 onward.
Okay.
Unanimously. Okay. No, don't stop there.
1 second.
Go all the way to the
You
end
still
of that
have
sentence.
Hassan.
Look at the word next to it. Yes. P-A-S-S-E-D. All right, number 14. Guys, please pay attention to these
Okay,
little words.
let's
and
give
go
you
all the
Adam
way to
Mosul,
the end of the
and
sentence. All right, 14
we're gonna
on.
give you guys now a person to research. Adam Mosul and Ahmed, you guys will be researching ginseng, ginseng. And these are from all over the world, by the way. They're not only American. You guys will see that they're from different parts of the world, which makes it interesting. So you guys can have a well-rounded idea about all these heroes and what they did to search for freedom.
The sentence is correct. Okay, number 15.
Okay, Adam Al-Fahla and Ibrahim, you guys are going to be researching Thomas Waring. And Hassan, are you here, hon?
Yes.
And Hannah? Great. Hannah and
Yes.
Hassan, you guys are going to be researching. So this assignment can be done. You guys can meet on Zoom meetings, and you can also divide the work. Again, without meeting at all. No meeting here is required at all. So all you could do is just communicate with your partner, divide the work, and one person will just put the PowerPoint together and send it to me. After, of course, you guys revise it well together. Okay, so here and for Walid, Walid is not in the meeting.
Miss,
Okay.
what is our first amendment here?
I'm going to give it to you right now, hon.
For example, when
I'm
you
just gonna
might
grab it
wear
from
a tuxedo.
from my list of
You know what I'm
heroes.
saying? You dress formal. The other Formal.
Okay, you guys have a very interesting one as well, and he will be Caesar Chavez. Okay, Caesar Chavez. He is a Mexican, and he worked for. I'm not gonna tell you what he did, but you guys are gonna tell me. But he's also quite interesting. All right, the last group here is for Walid, and I will be contacting Walid personally. Okay, about his, and it could be Martin Luther King.
Okay. Item 60.
Okay, so any questions about the group members and any questions about your First Amendment hero? Okay, so all right. Any questions about how you should divide the slides? Okay, the division of the slides is important. So here I'm going to save this and I'm going to upload it on SMS so that you guys could know the name of your hero and the person that you're working with. Okay. Other than that, I also want to again remind you about the 7 slides and the information, the topic. Okay, so each slide, the title is right here. Who is this person, or who is? I'm not gonna say this person. I can say who is Rosa Parks. What else do you need to know about Rosa Parks? What is the First Amendment right did Rosa Parks fight for or use? Okay, so she was fighting for the freedom of assembly. Was she fighting for the freedom of speech? Okay, was she fighting for equality? And so on. Okay, Tala, yes, honey?
Can you send this video on SMS?
Yes, of course. I'm going to be uploading this video on SMS as soon. You mean the video, honey?
Yes, the
Uh,
session.
yes, this session is definitely recorded right now, and it is going to be on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to put it on the channel, and if you want me to put an SMS, I can also try. But I'm not really sure if SMS is going to be fit. The video is kind of like long. Uh,
Okay,
so
I
I'll
can get
see.
it.
But you can get it definitely. I'm gonna name it Term 4 Project Explanation. Okay, and I can put it for you on SMS, and you will. On the YouTube channel to retrieve it. Is that fine, Tala?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, perfect. Okay, any other questions before we move on about this project? Okay, so the most important thing for me is organization. Keep an eye on the number of your slides. Also, when you create your slides, you do not want to again make them bombarded with information. Uh, Provide the information in such a in a way that it's not wordy and overcrowding the slides. Again, your pictures, you could put them on separate slides. Okay, so again, here your images or the pictures, they can be placed on separate slides. So you do not have to include the pictures with the information. That might cause a little bit of overcrowded, okay, or for your slide to look not so much organized. Okay, make sure that you have a title for each slide. Okay, telling me what the title for each slide is, and of course you should have, as we mentioned here, a cover slide with the name of your hero and the names of the people in your group. Okay, make sure that your slide is also creative. If you want to decorate it or put anything interesting information that could be intriguing. Okay, you have 5 points for creativity. Okay, I mean actually 10 points for creativity, so use that wisely. Okay, if you want to do something out of the box, okay, something that I didn't maybe ask for that you want to include. Some students previously included a short video or maybe a short a sound recording or a voice recording of one of the amendment hero giving a short speech. Something interesting that you want to do, anything. I'm just giving you ideas of for to do something or pull out ideas out of the box or things that maybe I didn't ask for that you want to uh, um, include as to make your presentation more fun and more intriguing. Okay, any other questions that we have together about the due date? It's right here presented. The due date is going to be on June 17th, 2021. Okay, this is going to be, again, not this week, by the end of next week. So not this Thursday, but next Thursday. So you have the entire this week and entire next week to get it done. you can hand it in on Thursday anytime. Okay, anytime on Thursday. And if you feel that you want to print it out and bring it physically, you may do so on the 20th, the day of the English exam. Okay, so you have those again. This is an electronic project. I chose something that you guys could do by basically dividing the work. And please, please, I ask you to not overload one partner by doing all the work. Okay, I'm going to be basically following up with each member to ask if the group member is dividing the work again. Doing so fairly, and there's going to be a planning sheet that's going to tell me what kind of questions. Like for example, if Ward here is working with Geser, all right, and they're working on Nelson Mandela, and you have 7 slides of information. Okay, there's going to be a planning sheet that you guys are going to have to email me back by tomorrow, and I'm going to upload it. That's going to tell me how the work is going to be basically distributed among you and your partner. Okay, so Ward is not going to be doing all the work, and Geser is not going to be doing all the work. I need to see that both of you guys are working together hand in hand. Okay, so please, guys, work in such a way that you are not overloading your partner, and that you're getting the efforts that you're putting in is what you deserve. Okay, because you're getting a grade, and this grade is going to be equal. So it's not fair that you overload your partner with tasks and responsibilities and you're not doing anything. Okay, so let's be fair and let's be honest. Okay, honesty is the best policy. Okay, any questions? Any concerns at all? What?
No.
I'm sorry, Wardi, can you repeat that, please?
I just said that we don't have any questions.
Okay, great. Thank you, Wardi, so much. All right. Some of these names might be ambiguous to you. You might not know who they are, which is again, it's going to make your project even more interesting because you guys are going to be familiar with these amazing people from history. Okay, what did you have an idea who Nelson Mandela is? Probably that name is familiar. You probably have heard of this name before. Yes.
Yeah, he's the former president of South Africa.
That's correct. Bravo. Great. Okay. Nelson Mandela, did some great work to free the people from the apartheid, and you will read about that more and what it is. Okay, discrimination and so on. Okay. There's also a lot of information about Nelson Mandela that you'll see a lot of quotes. Okay, if you want to mention quotes in your PowerPoint also as a part of your creativity or thinking outside the box or additional information that is so on, that's fine. Rahma, we've talked about Rosa Parks, your person, a few times during our classroom sessions. So you should also have an idea of who that is. Zaina or Marwa, have you guys ever heard about Malala at all?
No. This is my
No.
first time hearing about her.
Okay. All right. I'm going to show you a quick image of Malala. All right. She's a young girl, by the way. She's not old. She just graduated college. All right. Does that image strike? Is that image look familiar at all? Malala.
I can't see the image.
Oh, you
Couldn't
can't. I can't. I'm sorry. 1 second. What about now?
Actually, no, I don't know her.
Okay. Well, she's a young girl from Pakistan. Yes, say it again. Yeah, Hassan. Hassan.
he been shot twice, I think, right?
That's correct. That is absolutely correct. She was shot, and Hassan, do you know why was she shot?
Because she was fighting.
She was fighting for? Hassan, say it again.
Review usage on page 331.
I'm sorry, Hassan. I cannot hear you, honey. Can you say it again?
2 minutes left. Yes.
Okay, I think I think Hassan may be disconnected, but yes, he did say that she was fighting for something, and it's absolutely correct. She was fighting for her education. All right, she was fighting for the right of girls in Pakistan to receive an education. Okay, and girls were expected to stop going to school after maybe fifth or sixth grade. All right, and to stay home and to basically get married and to live a very basic life. And Malala felt that this is not what she wanted for herself, that she deserved the right to be educated. She spoke out and publicly again presented her opinion, and as a result, she was shot. This is a picture of her actually here. Maybe at the hospital after she was shot, and her shot was very fatal. All right, and it was unexpected for her to really survive or to make it out alive. Yet she did. Okay, Malala made her own book, her own autobiography, and it is so impressive. It's such a great story. I recommend for a summer reading that if you guys are interested, you can look into her autobiography. Let me let me see here if I can show it to you. Okay, she wrote her own story. All right, by the title of I Am Malala. Okay, how one girl stood up for education and changed the world. And indeed she did. Indeed she did. So she is such a great person. Zena, you're going to have a great time researching her. And also, I Am Malala is a great book. I would highly recommend it if you guys are interested in reading something over the summer. That would be a great choice. Okay, guys, we have less than a minute to end this meeting. So go enjoy your break, have something to eat, and relax. And we will link up again after break, inshallah, at 10:30. Okay?
Guys, you have 1 minute, or I'm going
Okay,
to
guys.
Okay, miss.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you,
miss.
Ibrahim. Thank you all. Have a great day. All right. I'll see you again after break, inshallah. Take care. Bye. Bye.